Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Deanne Scanlon Show, presented by Option 1 Credit Union. I'm DJ Foster, of course, joined by Grand Valley State head volleyball coach Deanne Scanlon. Coach, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Well, first weekend of GLIAC play was this past weekend. You went 1-1 on a trip to the UP, so your first GLIAC matches of the year. After the weekend, now you're 4-2 overall. Kind of give us your overall impressions of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to start off on the road in the conference and then making that trip as well. I thought that we were competitive in both games. Certainly would have liked to come back home with a 2-0 start as we had, to Ferris midweek. It's a tough way to start our conference, but, I guess a team like a young team, I think that they need to experience that and they need to understand just, how competitive the conference is. And I guess there's just no real easy way to ease them into it. But was, the 1-1, we'll take it. 2-0 would have been a better situation, but on to Ferris.
Now, you started at Northern Michigan on Saturday. You lost in 5 sets, 3-2. Alternated all 5 sets, so you won the second and fourth. Obviously, Northern won first, third, and fifth. Talk a little bit about that match. Kind of probably has to sting a little bit, dropping in 5.
Yeah, I thought we were in control in set number 1. If you look at, they got to a certain rotation where they got a jump server that came in and scored, I think, 7 or 8 points in a row. I burned both timeouts. I don't know how many subs to try to get them out of rhythm, and that flipped that first game. Which we were, like I said, in control of up until that point. So disappointing to drop that first one, but to come back and even it up in game 2 was happy with that. And if you look at the stat sheets against Northern Michigan, we out-hit them, we out-blocked them. So when you lose a match like that, there's something that's not showing up on the stat sheets, and it was basically our inability to pass the ball off serve receive. Anytime we got the ball to our middles and got the ball to, if you looked at their numbers, Abby Ebels, Nicole Whitten, or Ina Umo, they all hit, I think, above 400 and were just terminating basically every time they touched the ball. But because of our inability to consistently be able to get them the ball, we struggled against Northern.
But on Sunday, you come back against Tech, obviously a little bit down from a Northern team, but you win 3-0. Got to be good to at least finish the weekend off like that and have a good ride back home. Yeah,
we got to play, get some people into our lineup a little bit. They're a hard team to play because they're just out of rhythm, and it's not real pretty volleyball. And it wasn't our best match, but again, I thought our kids played hard. A Sunday match is tough. We had the long bus ride back home, got in like at 3 a.m. on Monday morning, and then we had to flip around, like I said, and play Ferris on Wednesday.
Sure. Now, 6 matches in, you've had 2 full weekends. What do you kind of think is the strength of this team right now, and also what do you think you can work on?
I think our blocking has been really good. I think there was just one match where that was lax, and that was against Rollins. But I think we're doing a good job of controlling the net, being disciplined with our block. I think we can even be a better blocking team, and we'll continue to work on that. Offensively, I think we have the ability to put the ball away and score a lot of points by our attacking, but at the same time we're making way too many errors, so we need to shore that up a little bit, and we need to shore up our passing off serve receive.
Now, as you said, Wednesday you go to Ferris State, obviously a huge rival, West Michigan rival. I mean, it's always a good match, regardless of where you're playing, what the team's records are. Talk a little bit about the rivalry going into that match on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're both sitting at 1-1. We both went up and lost 5-game matches to Northern Michigan over the weekend. So, this is a huge match early on, and playing in their environment. It's a small gym. It will have, we've got 2 freshmen that we're starting right now that have never been there. So, we've got to rely on our older kids to kind of settle things down, but I like our chances. I think our kids go out and compete. We've found a lot of different ways to win already this year. It would be nice if we can become a little more crisp and consistent in certain things, but I feel like we have a chance every time we take the floor.
And then you finally get to come back home and play this weekend. Lake Superior State on Friday, Northwood on Saturday. Got to be nice to get home and get some home cooking and play in your own gym.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't get any easier. The nice thing is that we will be at home. Lake State has a new coach this year, and I think he's done. He's got those kids playing well. They're competitive. They're pushing teams, and I think actually split this weekend. I think they're 1-1 in the conference right now. So, but yeah, anxious to get home, to get in front of our own fans and the family, and hopefully have a good crowd this weekend.
Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow against Fair State, or on Wednesday, Fair State, and then this weekend at home in front of your fans.
All right, great.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for joining us today here on the Grand Valley Sports Network, Deanne Scanlon Show. I'm DJ Foster. We'll talk to you again soon.